In China, everything's bigger, and I mean, everything. Cities, highways, and of course, mega projects. But there's one colossal creation that towers above them all, a massive structure so enormous it's hard to wrap your head around. This is the Three Gorges Dam, the world's most powerful dam. It's got a reservoir so colossal it's slowing down our planet's rotation. Yep, you heard that right. Now, this thing, it's a true marvel, but it's not without its fair share of controversy. So, today, we're diving into this engineering behemoth, exploring its jaw-dropping facts, its jaw-clenching challenges, and, well, some intriguing conspiracies. So, hold on tight, because we're about to unravel the secrets of the Three Gorges Dam. Nestled in the heart of Hubei, China, this behemoth is like nothing you've ever seen. I mean, picture this, it stretches an astonishing 2.3 kilometers at its longest point. That's like a wall of concrete reaching heights over 180 meters, towering even above the mighty Statue of Liberty. But here's where the sheer scale of this marvel goes beyond your wildest imagination. It doesn't just straddle the Yangtze River, it creates a reservoir that spans a jaw-dropping 600 kilometers wide. To put that in perspective, it's a body of water larger than the entire island nation of Singapore. You heard it right, we're talking about a man-made inland sea here, a reservoir so immense it boggles the mind. And hold on to tight, because we're just getting started. This colossal creation isn't merely an engineering marvel in terms of size, it's also a power-packed energy behemoth. Imagine this, it boasts a mind-blowing total installed capacity of 22.5 gigawatts. That's right, it's the undisputed heavyweight champion of power stations worldwide. The Grand Coulee Dam in the USA? Well, it's a mere quarter of the capacity we're talking about here. Even those formidable nuclear power plants, renowned for their energy prowess, can't hold a candle to this Goliath. In the simplest terms, this dam can keep the lights on for over 4.5 million homes, non-stop, year-round. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about why this engineering behemoth was born in the first place. It's not just about showing off what humans can do, it's a genuine lifesaver. You see, the regions surrounding the mighty Yangtze River have been dealing with a waterlogged nightmare for centuries, and we're not talking about your run-of-the-mill puddles here. We're talking about full-blown, catastrophic floods that have claimed millions of lives throughout history. So, it was high time someone stepped up to tackle this watery menace. Enter the Three Gorges Dam, the superhero in this epic tale. Think of it as a colossal shield, a guardian against the fury of Mother Nature. When the rainy seasons roll in, this mighty dam springs into action. It acts like a water storage titan, holding back enormous volumes of water within its sprawling reservoir. In essence, it's all about taming the wild beast that is the Yangtze River. By doing so, it drastically reduces the frequency of those devastating floods from happening once every decade to a much more manageable once every century occurrence. Now, let that sink in for a moment. This is a monumental victory for the communities downstream, places like Wuhan and Shanghai, that could easily find themselves submerged without this colossal guardian standing watch. It's like having a real-life superhero safeguarding your city from the wrath of the elements. But how do you even build something this colossal, especially across a river as mighty as the Yangtze? Picture this, you're faced with the Herculean task of constructing something of epic proportions, and your canvas is the mighty Yangtze River. It took 17 grueling years of relentless effort and some ingenious engineering to make this megastructure a reality. So, how did they pull off this monumental feat? First, let's talk about the Yangtze. It's a river so powerful, it could make even a seasoned engineer break a sweat. So, the brilliant minds behind this project had to devise a way to block the river's flow upstream without unleashing a deluge downstream. It's like trying to hold back a raging bull while avoiding getting trampled. Their solution? Stone enclosures placed upstream. These barriers created dry land for the construction crews to work on, like building a city right in the middle of a river, without sinking it. Now, here's where things get even more fascinating. They employed cofferdams, which are essentially giant temporary dams, to reroute the Yangtze's ferocious flow around the construction site. Think of it as constructing a massive jigsaw puzzle piece by piece, right in the middle of a river. And when the concrete monster was finally complete, they began installing those massive turbines, like adding the finishing touches to an awe-inspiring masterpiece. But the real magic happened when they decided it was time to unleash the power of this colossal dam. Picture it, it's as if they've spent years setting the stage, meticulously arranging the pieces, and then, in one breathtaking moment, they blasted those cofferdams. The unstoppable force of the Yangtze met the immovable object of the turbines, and it was like flipping a giant, electrifying switch. power surged through those cables, and the Three Gorges Dam roared to life, like Frankenstein's monster, if Frankenstein were an engineering genius. This mammoth marvel isn't just about electricity and flood control, it's also making waves, literally, for shipping. The Yangtze River's unpredictable water levels and winding turns made it a perilous passage for ships. But now, with the Three Gorges Dam, those waterways are more manageable. It's like the river got a facelift. They've even thrown in a party trick, the world's largest ship lift. This mechanical marvel can hoist vessels weighing up to 3,000 tons over an elevation of 110 meters in just 30 minutes. That's like taking a supertanker for an elevator ride. The cargo capacity of the Yangtze has soared, and shipping costs have dropped, all thanks to this engineering masterpiece. Now, don't let all this awesomeness fool you. The Three Gorges Dam isn't without its dark side. Building something of this magnitude comes at a price, and it's not just the $30 billion it cost to erect it. Think about the people, around 1.4 million of them had to pack up and relocate to higher ground. While they got compensation and help, reports of shoddy housing and inadequate infrastructure in these new resettlement areas aren't unheard of. Leaving behind homes, farmlands, and communities isn't an easy move, even if it's for the greater good. Then there's the environmental cost. Landslides have become disturbingly common, causing millions in damages. The Yangtze River, once rich in species and biodiversity, is now home to endangered plants and animals, thanks to the dam. Creatures like the Chinese river dolphin and the Chinese paddlefish are on the brink of extinction. Not to mention, all that water backed up has caused landslides, changing landscapes and putting ecosystems in peril. But here's where it gets real. What if the unthinkable happens? Imagine the dam breaking, and all that water, an unimaginable amount, comes crashing downstream. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. Cities devastated, lives lost, and a landscape forever altered. More than 400 million people living around the Yangtze River would be at risk. Major cities like Wuhan and Shanghai would be in peril, and the Chinese economy would take a catastrophic hit. Now, the engineers, they're not playing games with safety here. The dam's regularly inspected, but it's not without its controversies. Some satellite images popped up, showing a slightly distorted shape. People started questioning its structural integrity. There were even whispers of cracks in substandard concrete. Chinese media swiftly dismissed these as Google Maps errors, but it's enough to make you wonder. Despite all the challenges and controversies, the Three Gorges Dam keeps chugging along. But what's next for this behemoth? Well, there's room for improvement. Studies are exploring how artificial intelligence can optimize its energy generation, predicting the dam's power output based on the Yangtze's flow. There's even talk of building portage railways to further ease cargo transport across the dam. So, what's your take on this engineering marvel? Do its benefits outweigh the drawbacks? Let us know down below, and remember, we're just getting started here. If you enjoyed this video about the Three Gorges Dam, you're gonna love our video on the biggest construction mistakes in the world. Click the link right here to dive into more jaw-dropping engineering feats and fiascos. And, as always, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. We've got a ton more mind-boggling stories coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.